afternoon, everyone. Hi. On the first try, you guys did good. Yes, you did. Okay, so it is a Monday, and what do we start with Mondays every single week? Question of the day. So today's question of the day is, what is your favorite thing that you have accomplished in this class this semester? So I'll give you a couple seconds to put your thinking caps on. A lot of people in first period said the speech. Some kids said their Gothic lit children's books. Do we all have an answer? Yeah. Was there anyone absent on Thursday? So everyone did purpose, audience, tone, and style. Raise your hand if you do not remember that. Did you do the paper? I will talk about it. While I'm doing that, can you all take out your Chromebooks and open Google Class?
I told you to check it out. I'll see you in the other game.
Bro, it's on my Chromebook.
Did you guys do this?
Like some kind of like paper thing. It's like it's on their bag. It should be on my keyboard too. I can do it too.
You weren't here on Thursday?
Oh, but my Chromebook's red.
Do you want to redo it? Were we all here on Thursday?
Yeah.
So you guys should be pulling up an assignment that is titled Creative Nonfiction. Do we know what creative nonfiction means? Okay, so what does creative mean? Okay, great.
Imagination.
Okay, yeah, great. Now, what does nonfiction mean?
Not real.
Not fake, right?
Not fake. So it's real. It's a real story. So, I know, I used to get mixed up about it a lot. Up until I said that I was an English major, I used to get it wrong all the time. So, creative nonfiction is turning a real story into something that seems like it's fake. So, all of these podcasts that we're listening to are creative nonfiction. They're told as if they're a fake story, but they're real life stories.
Is it like the based on a true story movies?
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys all have to write your own creative nonfiction piece and then present it as a podcast for your essay, for your final. We all knew this. Why are you looking at me shocked?
I don't know, I kind of forgot.
Because I said it differently?
Yeah.
That's fine. So today we're going through 5 of the elements that I think are the most important of creating your own creative nonfiction. Are we pulling up the assignment? Do we have it open? Does it say creative non? Yes, that is the assignment. So open that up. So today we are going to be talking about dialogue, suspense, irony, foreshadowing, and diction. We are going to go through them one by one. I, in first period, was not able to get through all of the activities, so whatever we don't finish in class, we're gonna do tomorrow. Okay? So don't worry about getting all of this done. I wanna make sure that you guys understand it fully before I move on, because this is what you're going to be tested on for your final. Make sense? Okay. Are we all pulling that up? We're gonna do the first one together so that you guys know what I want. All right, so we're gonna just work off of my whiteboard for a second, and then once Miss Van Brocklin is back, I'll have her repost it. Or why don't you guys all create your own doc? Because this is all that needs to be on there. So create a doc. Create a doc. Go up to where it says insert a table. It should be 2 times 5. So you go insert table, and then go over there. It's going to be, you want 2 over, only 2. 5 down.
Oh, wait,
And then you're gonna, for me, I moved, oh. So then I moved, you're gonna click on that middle line. Yeah, and then move it over. Well, I moved it like a lot over, look at mine. And then just write in those words. Dialogue, suspense, irony, foreshadowing, and diction. No, I don't know. What? Huh? Insert table and then go 2 over. So, no, on this little, go up to table and then go over. Do you see those little boxes? So I just need 2 over and 5 down. Oh, nope, 2 and then 5 down. Perfect. Click. And then I would move that middle line over. See how mine's over a bunch? And then you're just gonna write the words that I have up there on yours. So dialogue, suspense. So insert table 2, and then I would move that middle line over and then type out. Thank you. We will talk about it. You've never heard of diction? Yeah. Okay. So what's in a dictionary? Okay, and out of all the words, you get to choose which one you pick, right? Like when you're talking to me, you choose the words that you want out of the dictionary. It means word choice. Good job. You got it. All right. Do we need more time or we all got it? Okay. So for each of these words, we're going to define the element, and then we're going to specify why that is needed to make a story interesting. So let's start with dialogue. What does dialogue mean? Okay, in more context of if we're reading a story and there's dialogue, it means that 2 people are talking. Perfect, so that's your definition. So write that. 2 people are talking. Yeah, 2 or more people are talking. You could even have a dialogue with yourself, you know? Angel, devil on your shoulders. Yeah. I would just write it in this box. Why having dialogue in a story is important. Okay, so that's 1. So you guys can all write that it's entertaining. So write that it's entertaining. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's more than just the background. I talked to Colin and Amaron about this. Yeah, so it gives us more information about the characters, who they are, how they act, how they react to each other.
So which one are we on? Which one are we on?
Dialogue. We're still on dialogue. We're talking about why dialogue is important. So my answer for dialogue, my definition was a conversation between 2 people, and then I wrote, this can make creative nonfiction seem more interesting and help the reader/listener feel more included into the story. So if I were to tell you, in first period we talked about the person, let's say we talked about J.K. Rowling. Did I give you a lot of information? No. But you know what we did, right? If I instead told you a story about us learning about J.K. Rowling, wouldn't you learn more about me and my first period? Exactly. So it gives you a bigger picture, makes you feel more in the story. Do we all understand why dialogue is important? Okay, so now we're going to do this as a table. You guys are going to do suspense, irony, foreshadowing, and diction. Does anyone need me to kind of help you with diction? Because I had a couple people ask me what it means.
Yeah, I don't know if it seems like your vocabulary, you know?
Yeah, so it means word choice.
Suspense is dramatic.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys about like 5 minutes and we'll check in to see where you guys are at. work as a group. I will be walking around answering any questions. And then I'm gonna choose 4 lucky tables to share their answers out. Oh, actually, every table can share out. I'll have one table do definition and one table do why it's important. And I'll come around and tell you guys which one you're doing. Okay? Okay, great. Start working with your tables. Fill out all of them. I need to know the definition in your own words and why is it important.
Yes, once it comes to
I would foreshadowing and I put that as like a prediction of what's gonna happen, but we know what's possibly gonna happen, but like as the viewers, we know what's
So,
gonna happen.
my definition, not really, so, cause they will know. So mine was that it was like a warning, or like, almost like telling you that it's gonna happen, kind of. You know, like a warning, so like in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, when they were talking about the ghost stories at the party, that was a warning to Ichabod that he was gonna run into this headless horseman, but he didn't know that. You know? So that's kind of more what it is. It's almost like a warning.
what's that? Irony. I'd be kind of like, when something is supposed to have happened, but then you say it. So the best way to go about it is talk about it conversationally. Say like if Miss Brzezinski was in here this morning when you guys came in, and she said, "Hello, class," and no one said anything, and she goes, "Well, thank you." That's using irony. Does that make sense?
Where's all your things? You don't know what to say. I was like, okay, so all the definitions. So now you have to say for each one why it's important to have in the story. So for the first one, it makes.
Oh, okay.
Do you need me to finish my sentence?
The first one, right?
It helps you understand the characters more. It helps you stay interested. It makes you feel like you're a part of the story, right?
Yeah.
And now you're gonna do that for all of them. What did you write?
That was
Okay,
it.
so erase all of that. I can tell you.
If I get the lottery, that's by your first semester. Go to Europe and go to Italy.
It's the difference between reality versus expectations. So, and normally it's humorous. Does that make sense?
Was stationed in
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're gonna write why that's important to include, and then your answer is going. You guys are gonna share. It's your table, so it doesn't matter who shares, but your table's got. Yeah. Okay, so what is this?
Favorite guy?
It's my idol.
It's almost like a warning or a foretelling. It lets them know ahead of time of future.
I put something in the board. I know what it is. I'm not explaining it.
Hello. I have a feeling you're gonna be very
Yeah.
Did you guys get all of them? Huh? Did you get everything? Are they actually right?
They both created different
Wow, that's like a lawyer.
Huh? On diction? It's just the words you use in your dialogue. So the vocab you use in dialogue.
Scary story is going to choose words that have.
Did you say that? The choice of use of words is correct. Oh, look at you. You Google.
Why diction matters.
I did.
You do that? Huh? You do.
Alright. Alright. So I went around and I talked to at least one person at every table, so everyone should know what they're speaking out to the class. Keep your Chromebooks out. If someone says something that you do not have, include it. If I say something that you do not have, include it. We're going to be doing an activity, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. This will be your like cheat sheet to get that done. Okay? So suspense, the definition, Gabby, will you read us yours?
I put that against the reader from one place to another.
Perfect. So it's the tension that holds the reader's like attention and interest from one key event to the next. You all got that? Yeah, the meaning. Why does it matter?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. I'll help you out. Alright. Newly, will you tell us why it matters to have suspense in a story?
Suspense allows the reader to be included and engaged in a story.
Absolutely. So being engaged, staying interested. If you don't have suspense, you might not want to listen. Raise your hand if you would want to listen to these podcasts if you never found out who the celebrity was.
No.
I'll be mad.
There'd be no suspense,
I'll be
right?
upset.
There's nothing to look forward to. Yes? Okay, Julius, will you tell us the definition of irony?
I'm reading it through so I keep going. Oh, I put sarcasm for humorous effect.
Okay. It also means
Expectation with reality.
yes. So a situation in which expectations and reality are different, and it typically happens in a humorous way. So you expected to go to school, but in reality, it started raining Skittles. Irony. I mean, this is like fiction, like not real. In a story.
If it rains schools, I'll be good.
Not in California. Alright. Why is it interesting to have it into your story, Aiden?
Wait, which one?
Irony. Why should we have irony in your story?
Oh, because it kind of like is a curveball.
Curveball, it's funny. It creates a tension between what the reader knows and what is going to happen. Now, in my personal opinion, I think foreshadowing is the most difficult to be able to find in a story unless it's your second time reading it. So if you don't know how it's going to end, it's very difficult to find foreshadowing. Gina, can you define foreshadowing for us?
It's almost like a warning or foretelling. It lets the reader know ahead of time of future events.
Can be a warning or an indication of something. Absolutely. Matt, can you tell us why it's important to have foreshadowing in a story? Or Adrian? Yep, absolutely. So it builds suspense, and then the reason why it's important to have suspense is because the reader or the listener will stay interested. So it's the exact same answer as suspense. It's going to keep your reader or your listener interested. Avery and Rebecca, can you tell us the definition of diction? Absolutely. So, do we think the word choice from The Things They Carried and the word choice from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and the word choice in these podcasts are similar? No. Very different, right? The authors choose different words to create a different sense of a genre, right? In this one, we're excited, we're a little suspenseful about who the celebrity is going to be, but we're not as as suspenseful and on the edge of our seat as we were when we were reading The Legend of Spooky Hollow, or Sleepy Hollow, right? That one, there was like ghosts and like all the work, right? Do we see the difference? So why does that matter, Amaron?
It helps to see how the story comes out sounding.
I wrote diction can help the reader or the listener stay interested in the story or make it not interested in the text at all. So have you ever picked up a book, you read like the first page of it, and you were like, these are words I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on because these words don't make sense, and you put the book down? Has that ever happened to someone? Happened to me in one of my first college classes. Read the first page, put the book down, dropped out. Not lying. Happens to the best of us. But look at where I am. Yep. Alright, do we have any questions about any of the key terms that we just defined? No? So, tomorrow most likely, you guys will be reading a short article, and it is all fact-based, and then you will be creating your own paragraph using these 5 key elements and the article to make that story more interesting. Does that make sense? So you're rewording the facts of that article into a paragraph that's more interesting. This will be your key sheet for that tomorrow. But while we're listening, you will also be looking for these things. So if you would like to keep it out so that you guys can have the definitions and why they matter out, that is more than fine. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Yeah, make sure you guys turn them in. You guys have, no, I forgot.
Oh, bro, you got like 5
If you are not going to use your Chromebook or it is going to be a distraction to you, I highly suggest putting it away. If you are going to use it just to know what the words are and be able to find it, then I would keep it out. The name of this episode is The Grown Up. I did not draw a hint up on the board. I could not come up with one, but this is one of my favorite people. She is literally the best celebrity ever.
Oh, it's
It is a girl.
I know it is.
Are we ready? You'll find out. I will spoil what her actual, like what she's famous for. I spoil it about 5 minutes in to show you guys what foreshadowing, how foreshadowing is. I just spoiled what she does. But I will wait till you guys get there to spoil it. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Alright. Make sure you're not doing anything else on your Chromebook.
Imagine you're sitting on a plastic covered couch in the evening of the night. It's still late for sleep.
What do we know about this person so far?
She's a drug addict.
Yep. And where is she?
Sound like probably AA or something.
Sounds more like rehab. Yeah, so a rehab and definitely a drug addict, yes? So under where number 1, you guys should be just writing any clue that you get, because that's asking for real events. So just like the first day, just write your real event clues. So drug addict in rehab. Number 2, you're going to be looking for those 5 key terms that we already have found the word or the definitions for. So dialogue, suspense, irony, foreshadowing, and diction. I will show you the one foreshadowing that I'm going to point out, but you have to write foreshadowing and then what happens. You can't just write foreshadowing or irony, because then how do I know that you know what that means? Okay?
From Wondery, I'm Virginia Madsen, and this is Imagine Life. You'll pull the sheets over your head, but you know it's no use. Today is your first official day of rehab. I prefer a late call myself, and I prefer not to drag your butt to breakfast, but I will if I have to. Point. Sharing is super helpful, and so fun. You spend the rest of the day smoldering in silence.
Okay, so real quick, she just said that she was at an LA nightclub at 9 years old, and that it was too busy on the weekend, so that she was going during the week. Do any of you guys do that at 9 years old? Is this girl having a normal childhood? What do we think about the mom? Doesn't care, that's what I would think. We're gonna learn way more about this mom. I am going to have you guys stand up because we took so long on the first thing. We don't have too much time to talk to our friends, so I'm gonna give you guys about a minute. All right, everyone up. Go share what you have on your paper. If you have a guess, I will listen. I will tell you if you were right. Mr. Henderson already got it. No, but that's a good guess. That's our dog.
Hey, I thought we were supposed to do that. No, it's good that he doesn't want to do it. He has a teacher.
What up today? Huh? What up today? Are you today?
That's what he said on Friday.
You're on a Wingstop? You're late to the interview?
That's why I told him tomorrow. He said yes.
This person you probably would have no idea that they
How were you changed?
because they're probably put together into We're supposed
Were you
to.
planning?
I left at 5 and then the interview was at 5. Like I got stuck at.
Alright, everyone head back to your seats.
So they're put together. I guess oh, that one by the bridge? Was 5 on Friday.
Lots of you guys are guessing celebrities that are not put together. So like Britney Spears. This person had a rough childhood.
They were great now.
Yeah. So like this person you would have no idea that they were. Unless you knew that they grew up. As I. Any pressing comments, questions, or concerns before I push play?
Yeah, me too.
She's my favorite.
You'd be in one corner, hiding behind folded arms. She'd be in the other, face impassive, hiding behind dark glasses. The two of you engaged in a game of emotional chicken. But today, it's different. She flinches a little when you...
Everything that we have learned about this person thus far, she has been under the age of 14. So she is younger than any of you.
I try to look at the thing weird.
She is 14, getting emancipated from her parents. Do we know what that means?
Emancipated, isn't that living on your own?
Yeah, so legally you are an adult. So you do not need your parents to sign off on anything. If you were emancipated and you were sitting in my class and you no longer wanted to listen to this podcast, you would not have to go to the office and pretend to be sick. You could just leave. very hard to become a maid.
You drop your butt on the ground and snuff it out with your shoe, just like you've seen in the movies.
What did it say? Just like in the movies. So I'm ruining what she does for, you know, her career. She is an actress. This is foreshadowing. So on number 2, you need to write foreshadowing. She does something like she's seen it in the movies, which is foreshadowing that she will become an actress. Do we all see that? Do we see how we would not have caught that if you did not know that she was an actress? Yes. It would have just seemed like it was a part of the story, right?
Nope, I don't. That'll be for...
What's happening right now? No. It's one of the 5 things that we talked about.
Dialogue?
Yes, exactly. There is a dialogue going on right now. She is the checker. Someone is questioning how they know her. And instead of just telling you the facts, they gave you the dialogue. So just write dialogue at work. Someone thinks that they recognize her. On number 2.
But at least at the end of the day, you get to go home to an apartment of your own. When you come to look around your space, dotted with piles of badly washed laundry, and you...
Alright. Everyone up. After this one last one, we're not going to stop it until right before. So go share whatever you have on your paper. If you have a guess, come to me. If you have already guessed it and got it right, please keep your pretty faces shut.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought.
Do you guys want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
So this person does a lot of movies with Adam Sandler.
Oh, I know. I don't know his name, but
No, no. Yes. She also does a lot of movies with Adam Sandler.
If I pick it up and smash it on the face, you probably gonna fall down. You're not gonna get that up. No, that. Not that fast.
And the second you started saying that, I was like, yes.
And I'll smack you 15 times.
All he had to say was the beginning syllable.
I got the
That's Jennifer. You'll get it. We will. I want to be like, this movie, but I don't want to ruin it.
It looks so funny without the hat.
No.
What? I'm sorry, I took the last What?
Isn't that?
Alright, everyone head back to your seats.
So I know that I don't know the name, but I know what movie they are.
Alright, are we ready?
You want something that makes you feel... As soon as the words come out of your mouth, you feel a pang of regret. Why does everybody I love make me feel like a grade A loser? Because you let them? Once upon a time, you used drugs. Now, you're using relationships. She's right, you know it. You might be dry, but you're not clean. You're all too familiar with the next part. You know what you have to do, right? Identify the problem, break the pattern.
If you know who they are. Okay, so we have 4 people. You actually, so we have, you know 2 Adrian, right? Okay, so we have 6 people. We will see you after they start saying the movies that she's been in.
Even though you spent years with people laughing you out the door during auditions. That's right, girls. Here we go. You are Drew Barrymore.
Oh my god.
Who is that? Really?
Gabby, I flippin' told you and you were like, no, that's Jennifer. Gabby,
Oh, her.
Drew Barrymore.
I told you that they were in 50 First Dates.
That's her name.
I don't care about her
That
enough.
movie's over.
Oh my god.
It is. I also love this movie. This is like one of my favorite movies.
It's the one where
I grew up watching it.
I also learned a fun fact
50
about my
First
favorite
Dates?
celebrity today.
Oh, the
Mr.
actor.
Henderson told me that she starred in E.T. You guys seen E.T.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a little girl. She was the smallest little girl in the entire movie. It would have been before she was on drugs and going to rehab.
Little kid.
That's crazy.
Little kid. Drew Barrymore.
How old is she now?
I don't know.
40 something. I think it was like 47. I think it was like 40 something. I say 47. 46.
48.
You said 40.
Well, look at that. Not everyone figured it out within the first couple minutes.
I kinda did. I knew she was in 50 First Dates.
That's crazy. The same birthday.
You do? Birthday twins.
What?
Colin and Drew Barrymore have the same birthday.
Y'all will never remember how you
All right, the bell's about to ring. Make sure that you're. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That did not mean to like pack up. Before you pack up, you need to fill out your paper and turn it in. It needs to be turned in before you can pack up. Oh, cheat.
Hey, something you could do at least for
I
me.
said you turn it in before you pack up. Cheat.
That's not cheating.
Wait, what is cheat?
I'm sore. I don't think I
Wait, no, what do you mean? Like, there's no break?
Let me show you something.
Really quick, before you guys are just let loose. Tomorrow you will be doing a small version of your final. You're going to be working with the person that you're working on the final with, or if you're doing the final alone, by yourself. You will get your celebrity after you finish the article rewrite of the creative nonfiction. Once you turn it in, I will give you the person that you get for your final, and I will give you the assignment for tomorrow. So, if you do not finish in time, you have homework tomorrow. So be motivated when you come to class tomorrow. Sounds good? Okay. And you thought you were going to come back with another black eye?
No, he said come back with another black guy.
I said, do you think that you're going to have another black eye? And you said, yeah, probably.
I said don't.
Where's the $5? Julius, we can-
Someone wants to do That's half. I spent $70 on it. Oh, you gotta pay, I heard you gotta pay.
Have a great day, you guys.
Some guys just throws that goes on now, like, bro, you gotta get smacked. So it's
You about to fall over that chair.
I know.
Have a great day. So you should have filled that out with today's, but you can answer these questions without that. Like after you've listened to it, just fill those out. Either one, but yeah. You choose which one you know better, and you can fill it out. 6. So I need you to write on a piece of paper. You too. You're gonna write. I think I actually have some I can show you. Yeah. So you're gonna do. There's no one left to do. Let me see. I can pull up real quick and look. Let me see. So you're gonna do this. So you're gonna choose 6 different celebrities, and you're gonna find 3 uncommon facts about them. So if you're doing Drew Barrymore, you're not gonna write that she was in 50 First Dates. You're gonna write that she. Hey, bye. Have a great day. You're gonna write that she had a drug addiction. Because not everyone knows that. You see, so you're looking for uncommon ones, and you're gonna do 3 for 6 people. And then let's see. Do you have people call in? Newly, the new